As a 100-year-old psychiatrist, if he could live again at age 50, he said he would only focus on these things. Hello, everyone. Today we are going to hear a heartfelt message from a 100-year-old psychiatrist, a man with 50 years of professional experience, over 10,000 patients, and a full century of observing life. And he is about to share with us what he would do differently if he could go back to being 50 years old. What exactly are those things? And why are they so important? Stay with me until the end of this video, because what he shares might not only change your 50s, but it could completely transform the rest of your life. Before we begin, take a moment to leave a positive affirmation in the comments below as a way to commit to attracting more good things into your life. Something like, "I commit to living fully, starting today," or whatever your heart desires. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on meaningful content like this. Let's create a space filled with positive energy, growth, and success together. Now, as promised, I will share the things this 100-year-old psychiatrist wishes he had done if he could return to age 50. First, do not postpone. Joy. You never know if tomorrow you will still have the strength to love, to laugh, or to hold someone close. That is something this 100-year-old doctor would constantly remind his middle-aged patients. At 50, most of us still hold a priceless gift from time itself: our health, mental clarity, and the emotional resilience to love, to dream, and to act. But here's the paradox: it is often when we are richest in these things that we come up with the most excuses to delay our happiness. We say things like, "I'll do it when the kids grow up," or "I'll travel after I retire," or "I'll take that art class once I have more money." But you know what? That so-called someday sometimes never comes. Your health will not wait forever. Neither will your opportunities. If there is one thing older people almost unanimously agree on, it is this: what brings the deepest regret in old age is not the failures, but the simple joys that were once within reach and missed all because of one word: waiting. A trip you always dreamed of, a warm family dinner you never made time for, a spontaneous evening at an art class, or something as small as hugging someone you love. Those seemingly tiny things, once they pass you by, can leave marks on your memory that never fade. So at age 50, or really at any moment when you still do not hesitate to fully live out the things that make your heart come alive. Do not wait for the perfect moment or the right circumstances. That kind of perfection only exists in our imagination. Dare to go after your dreams, even the small ones, that trip you always wanted to take, that music class you were unsure about, that random picnic with friends, or simply one quiet evening where you pause everything and share a cozy meal with your loved ones. Because joy is not a reward for those who wait. Joy is the result of those who dare to live fully in the present. Every moment you choose to love, to experience, and to smile today is a gift you are giving to your future self, the version of you who will one day look back and be grateful that you did not let even one day go to waste. Second, choose simplicity. 50 is the golden time to start living a simpler, more meaningful life than ever before. It is no longer about proving yourself to the world. It is no longer about forcing yourself to meet expectations or fit into someone else's idea of success. This is the time to bravely let go of responsibilities that no longer matter, of expectations, others placed on your shoulders, of the exhausting roles you have played for half your life. Living simply does not mean living with less or in lack. Living simply means holding on to what truly matters and choosing to let go of the heavy, stressful, superficial things that silently drain your energy every single day. You do not have to carry every burden society expects you to bear. You do not have to maintain relationships that are now just distant and polite. You do not have to keep pouring time into chasing outdated definitions of success. Take a moment to look at your life honestly. How many jobs, relationships, or habits are you holding on to just because you are afraid of losing face, being judged, or simply because you have grown used to carrying it all? How much unnecessary weight are you carrying on your back today? How many dead dreams are you still dragging around just to prove you did not fail? How many relationships are you holding on to just to avoid loneliness, even though every interaction leaves you feeling emptier and more exhausted? Choosing simplicity is choosing freedom. When you learn to set down the baggage you no longer need, you will be amazed at how much lighter your shoulders feel, how much deeper you can breathe, and how much more spacious your future becomes. Life does not require you to push yourself just to please everyone. Life only asks that you be true to yourself and take care of what is truly worth caring for your health, your genuine relationships, and the simple joys that endure over time. The simpler your life, the clearer your mind becomes. The simpler your life, the steadier your heart grows. And the simpler your life, the more authentic it becomes. Not a distorted version shaped by others' expectations, but a life that is fully your own. Third, protect your body before it is too late. There is a truth everyone knows, but very few truly take to heart. Health is the most valuable asset in life. Yet most of us only realize this when it is already too late. Do not wait until your doctor reads out terrifying numbers from a test result to start worrying. Do not wait until your heart starts giving warning signs, your knees become worn down, or your legs no longer have the strength to walk, to sit there regretting all the years you wasted your health. At 50, there is no more room to be careless with your body. This is a turning point. What you do now will determine the quality of your next 30 years. The truth is, taking care of your health does not require anything complicated. Just go for a walk every day. Just spend a few minutes stretching your body, relaxing joints that have grown tired from years of carrying life's pressure. Just eat in moderation. Learn to say no to meals overloaded with salt, sugar, or grease and lacking the nutrients your body needs. That is all it takes, but with consistency and patience, you are opening the door to a future that is strong, free, and full of vitality. Ask yourself this: if I refuse to walk today, if I refuse to take care of this body, then 10 years from now, will I even be able to walk out and watch a breathtaking sunrise? Will I have the strength to pack a suitcase and chase after an old dream from my youth? Your body is the only true home you will ever own in this life. Do not wait until that home starts falling apart to panic and try to fix it. Start today. Take care of it with respect and gratitude, because a healthy body not only gives you energy, it gives you freedom, the joy of living, and the chance to go after the things you love most. Fourth, nourish the soul with art. When we are young, we get swept up in the chase for fame, money, and never-ending achievements. Sometimes we sacrifice our health, our youth, and even our small dreams just to reach a certain position in society. Then once all those achievements are finally in our hands, we are struck by a painful emptiness. What truly saves the soul is not the number in your bank account or the medals hanging on your wall. It is the simple moments, the quiet emotions that only art can bring. A soft melody playing on a still afternoon can suddenly pull you back to memories long forgotten. A beautiful painting, even one made of just a few simple strokes, can light a warm fire in your heart. And sometimes it is just a quiet evening breeze. You standing still under a tree, letting your soul drift with the clouds, feeling the vastness of the world wrap gently around you. At age 50, art is no longer a luxury. It becomes a necessity, like fresh water, quenching a soul that has weathered many storms. When the burden of survival begins to lift and responsibilities settle into place, it is time to rediscover the softness and sensitivity in your heart. Art keeps us from growing numb with age. It reminds us that no matter how harsh life becomes, our hearts can still love, still feel, and still truly live. Ask yourself, how long has it been since you were genuinely moved by a small flower growing by the roadside? When was the last time you paused to listen to the clear birdsong of a quiet morning? If you have forgotten, then today is the perfect day to begin again. You do not need anything grand. A peaceful melody while you read a small paintbrush and a blank sheet of paper to draw whatever you like. A moment of stillness to watch the sunset without rushing, without worrying. All those small things, they are art, and they are waiting for you to return. Life is not only meant for being busy, life is meant to be felt. And at 50, if you learn to nourish your soul with art, you will see that the years ahead are not some dull ending. They are a beautiful symphony, gentle and filled with color. Fifth, learn how to truly rest. In a world that is constantly running where achievement and speed are glorified, many people have forgotten the true art of resting. We mistakenly think that simply lying on the couch, turning off some work, or stepping away from our desk for a few hours means we are resting. But in reality, most of the time, our mind keeps going full of worries, calculations, and anxiety about tomorrow. True rest is not the stillness of the body, but the calm of the soul. It is the moment when you pause the stream of negative thoughts, release the invisible pressure weighing down your heart, and allow yourself to be completely empty. It is when you are no longer bound by the must do, must achieve, must prove, and instead you are simply present, relaxed, and light, like a child lying beneath a tree, listening to the whispers of the wind. At the age of 50, if you do not learn how to truly rest, your body will keep pushing itself until it burns out, and your mind will quietly fall into exhaustion without you even noticing. No one can keep running without stopping to refuel, and no one can live fully if they are dragging around a worn-out body and a weary soul. True rest is a skill that needs to be practiced, not a form of giving up. It might be quiet moments, sitting in the soft light of dusk, closing your eyes and feeling each breath. It might be a slow walk in the park with no headphones, no phone, just you and the sound of leaves rustling. It might be a Sunday morning where you allow yourself not to plan, not to chase after a schedule, but simply to go with the flow of each moment. How long has it been since you allowed yourself to be truly silent, truly at ease? How long has it been since you felt no pressure, no need to answer to anyone's expectations, and were simply allowed to be yourself, whole, complete, and peaceful? True rest not only helps extend your lifespan, soothe your nerves, and regenerate your energy, it is also a gentle reminder that you are worthy not because of what you can do, but simply because you exist. Sixth, keep the relationships that truly matter. At a certain point in life, you will realize what determines the quality of your life is not the amount of money in your bank account, not the titles you once achieved, but the people you choose to keep around you. The relationships you hold on to or let go of will determine whether you live the rest of your life in happiness or loneliness, in peace or in regret. At 50, you no longer have the time to maintain half-hearted connections and no longer the energy to hold on to relationships that only weigh down your heart. This is the time when you need the clarity and the courage to choose to hold on to the people who truly love you, the ones who genuinely wish for your happiness, whether they show up every day or not. And at the same time, to bravely let go of the toxic relationships, the people who every time you meet leave you feeling tired, drained, and as if your life energy has just been sucked away. Do not let pride, habit, or fear of loneliness bind you to relationships that have long turned into a burden. Family, friendship, or romantic love, all of them must be built on respect, mutual care, and the ability to uplift each other's soul. If a relationship only makes you shrink, feel more hurt, or more doubtful of yourself, then no matter how long it has lasted, it is not worth holding on to. Sometimes choosing to let go is the only way to protect your self-respect and your belief in life. Because there are people who are only meant to walk alongside you for a certain part of your life, and holding on to them forever only pulls you farther from your true self. Ask yourself, who are you still clinging to, even though every time you see them, your heart feels drained? If a name comes to mind, listen to that feeling deeply. That is not selfishness. That is an act of kindness toward your own heart. Life after 50 is no longer a crowded race. It is a journey of choosing the ones who make you feel warm when you are with them, the ones who bring out the best in you, the ones who just thinking of them make life feel that much more worth living. That is the greatest gift you can give yourself in this precious stretch of life that remains. Finally, a small warning that I am sure you do not want to miss. Life always sends us quiet signals before it teaches us the hard lessons. At 50, you might still believe that you have time, that you still have chances, that you still have energy. But if you keep ignoring the silent reminders from your body, your mind, and your deepest feelings, then with each passing day, the door to change will slowly close until the moment you realize it is fully shut. If at 50, you do not take action, if you do not begin taking care of your health, do not adjust your lifestyle, do not reevaluate your relationships, do not allow yourself to live authentically, then 10 years from now, when you reach 60, the first thing you will lose is your health. You will find your body no longer reacts the way it used to. Minor aches and pains will linger, and health checkups will begin to show results that are far from encouraging. By 70, you may begin to lose your most important connections. As your health declines, it becomes harder to keep appointments, to travel, or to share precious moments with others. Little by little, you may find yourself lonely in the world, with no one to truly share your joys and your sorrows, simply because you did not make the effort to nurture those relationships when you still could. And then, when 80 comes, the most precious thing you may lose is not your youth, not your opportunities, but your belief in yourself. The belief that you can still begin again, that you still have worth, that every day of life still holds meaning. Because the longer you let time pass by in delay and compromise, the harder it becomes to revive a soul that has gotten used to giving up. Regret, as a cruel rule of life, always arrives too late. It does not crash in all at once. It creeps in through each missed opportunity, each postponed decision, each day you live unconsciously. And when you finally realize it, it is often when you no longer have the strength or the time to start over. That is why the message from that 100-year-old doctor rings out like a wake-up call. Do not wait for a crisis to change. Take action today, while you still have strength, while you still have the chance, and while you still have the courage to rewrite the most beautiful chapter of your life. 50, in the eyes of someone who has lived for 100 years, is not the final turn. It is the last magical gift that life gives you, the chance to look back, to readjust, and to write the most beautiful chapters for the rest of your journey. Live simply. Let go of the unnecessary things that weigh on your mind. Move your body every day and cherish the precious body you have been given. Nourish your soul with art, with moments where you truly feel the beauty of everyday life. Learn how to stop, how to rest properly, so you do not collapse in the rush of the world. And above all, keep close the people who truly love you, the ones who make you feel safe being yourself without having to pretend or hide anything. 50 is not a period, it is a colon, so that you can begin a brand new chapter 1 that is more beautiful, more complete, and more meaningful than ever before. If these words speak to your heart, leave a comment below as a small promise to yourself. I commit to living fully, starting today. Because sometimes one simple promise to yourself is enough to create extraordinary change in your future. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss any meaningful content like this. Let's build a positive, hopeful community together. A place where each of us can continue writing the most beautiful chapter of our life, no matter what age we are.